This weekend it's London Film and Comic Con, so what better way to celebrate than looking at 4 TV shows that have episodes set at fan conventions. Castle, The Final Frontier. Castle is at SupernovaCon signing copies of his new graphic novel when he's interrupted by his partner Beckett. You see, someone's been murdered inside the fan experience for a Star Trek knockoff called Nebula 9.
And I think she's dead.
This episode is replete with geeky references, starting with a cameo from Jonathan Frakes, aka Lieutenant William Riker from Star Trek TNG, who also directed this episode.
Thanks. I'm your #1 fan.
Well, thanks for coming. How far they fall.
We also get an ace William Shatner impersonation from Nathan Fillion.
Someone did zap Annabelle with some kind of laser blaster.
And plenty of nods at Firefly.
I'm a fan of good sci-fi. Star Trek, Battlestar, that Joss Whedon show, but Nebula 9? No, it's all phony melodrama and lifeless acting.
Smallville, Warrior. Lois is at Metcon on assignment, and Chloe's been dragged along as well. Little do they know that there's a magical comic book at the convention, an origin story that no one's ever read. A little boy steals it and discovers that the origin story turns him into a real-life superhero. It gets a bit weird from here. Chloe spends most of the episode nursing a crush on someone who's actually a little boy.
And for you, sir, a glass of milk would be great.
And he predictably turns evil late in the running time. But this episode has a lot of fun. It plays with the traditional imagery of superheroes that Smallville never really got to, either because their budget sucked or because of the early no tights, no flights rule.
Are you okay?
This one also takes the opportunity to indulge in a bit of fan service, with Lois donning a Wonder Woman type outfit. Check your etiquette in advance for con, guys. Oogling is off menu in real life.
Sorry, Lois, I just don't get all this. The colors, the costumes, it's like everyone has a popcorn image of what being a hero is all about.
Community, conventions of space and time.
Our first Inspecticon.
Troy and Arbed bring the group to InspectorCon, the convention for Inspector Spacetime fans. If you don't know, Inspector Spacetime is Community's version of Doctor Who, right down to the terrible US reboot attempt, which in this episode turns out to be Pierce's fault.
I was confused.
And what confused you?
The time travel, mostly. Also the space travel.
Arbed meets up with Toby, an Ultra fan played by Matt Lucas, who gets on Troy's nerves before imprisoning Arbed in an attempt to make him his friend, or something.
Playing a game?
It's one of the best episodes of the maligned Season 4, but it is still Season 4, so there's a lot of dull moments. The best thing about Community's portrayal of conventions is their attention to detail. The background is packed with in-jokes like this Fallout reference, and they even make up their own continuity to refer to. Inspector Spacetime baddies known as Pharaohbots are apparently very popular. At least the one extra who's been given a costume turns up in every scene. Oh, and Jeff turns out to look like a well-known villain, Firaxis.
What?
We wanted it to be a surprise.
You bear a striking resemblance to Inspector Spacetime supervillain, Thoraxis.
Okay, now we're definitely leaving.
Leading to some of the best fan service Community ever did.
Bow before Thoraxis!
Supernatural, the real Ghostbusters. Taking a break from the usual shirtless angst antics, the Winchester boys attend the first Supernatural Con, a fan convention focused around the series of in-universe books written about them. The central activity of the con is a LARPing session focused around a Monster of the Week type ghost hunt, except as it turns out, this ghost hunt is based on a real haunting, and the live-action roleplay soon becomes real life and death. As one of the fun filler episodes, there's a lot of neat fourth wall breaking here, including a panel on the homoerotic subtext of Supernatural, and a confused fans question about why Dean and Sam always have their weapons knocked away during fights.
Why are we even here, Dean? Are you just following Dad's footsteps like a good little soldier?
That's it for our roundup on the TV shows that went to Comic-Con. If we've missed any out, just give us a tweet at AP2HYC or comment down below. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to get all the videos from LFCC this weekend.